Hi everyone, and welcome to OP Digital Blueprint. I'm joined by my good colleague and friend Collins Manor. Say hi, Collins.
On myself, yeah. Hello, Andy.
Hi.
Good to be here again. Yeah, another Tuesday, which is great.
Another Tuesday.
Like it's always going on passive. Just want to say hi to all our viewers. We hope and we believe you guys are also feeling the way we are feeling as well. Thank you for being here.
Excitement is building, not just because it's getting up to Christmas, but we know what's going on, or we've got a clue. Because we know at the end of the month, it may well be that we start to see these customers being handed out, and there's probably 3.5 million to maybe 4 million now in total, including the early birds. So you never know. But Collins, you wanted to cover a subject today, so let's have a chat. But first of all, apologies. We haven't been able to get hold of Jeffrey, so I'm not sure if he's going to join us at some point. But if he's not, you're stuck with the two of us today. So Collins, tell us what we're going to chat about today then.
Yeah, so today we'll be talking about the concept of OnPassive. I know we've been discussing this for quite a while now, but it's always good to do it over and over. So those who miss it, they can get the hang of it. And those who've been hearing it even for the third time, like Maddie always said, you can read a book 100 times, but just maybe up the 100 times, that's when you really understand what the book is talking about, what the book is really talking about. So that's what we want to do today. We want to talk about the concept of OnPassive. Why the concept of OnPassive? So, Andy, do you want me to go ahead?
You fire away, pal, and I'll come in with some questions and my take on things as well. So yeah, fire away.
Yeah, so we are looking at the concept of OnPassive, and if we look at it, that was the Mr. Ashford talked about this on OnPassive 360. The last 4 OnPassive 360, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Ashford talked about the concept of OnPassive. And the concept of OnPassive is just 4 things. He talks about, we have to do less. So we're virtually doing less or doing actually nothing. We have to pay less. And we already know how many times we've paid, just once, and then earn more. And the fourth one is the ability to give back to humanity. So that is the concept. So if we look at it, we can start to break it down. Someone will say, why do you say we're paying less? So let's talk about pay less first, or say pay or do less. Let's put do less. We do less first and then pay less. What actually are we doing? Virtually nothing. We're not paying for the bills. We're not paying the engineers who are building the software. We're not funding anything. The advert in Burj Khalifa, we know that's hundreds of millions upon millions of ads going around, and the company is paying a lot only for those adverts. We are not doing anything, none of that. We are not writing the code or building it. So we are not involved in anything internally within the organization. So virtually we are doing nothing. We just like come in, sit and smile. And that's what when they say do less. But if you want to do a little bit like what we are doing, yeah, because we are not, for instance, never asked us to do this. We're just doing it for the love of the company, because we understand what OnPassive will do for everyone. And we say, why not go out and try to explain? So we are virtually doing less because we are doing it at our own convenient time. We are not doing it the convenience of the corporate, because the corporate, they have their they have time frame, do this, do that, because these guys, they are working, so they need to do it, following the trend of the company. But we can just get up and say, what, this week we are tired, we don't want to do it, so we are virtually doing nothing, so that's the do less. So Andy, if you want to take it from do less, and then we'll talk about pay less.
This is an interesting concept from the point of view that normally when you run a business, certainly in my experience has been, you've got to be a jack of all trades. So you've got to know every bit, not only about your business, but the external bits, the things like advertising, the things like the marketing, the things like accountancy, about HR and things like that. So what you try and do is you've got to then surround yourself with people that know those bits, know those things, or you've got to learn it yourself if you're a one-man band. So the concept that we have, that Ash has put together with his team, is he's done that bit. He's created this team of individuals that are experts in their field, in their particular sections. And for us, what he's actually saying is, look, we're going to be able to do the marketing for you. We're going to be able to do the selling for you. We're going to be able to do all the customer support for you. All you have to do is to get in. Now, that sounds too easy. It does, though, doesn't it? It sounds too easy. It's like, hold on, where's the catch? Because that doesn't make sense. Who does that? Who would give you that opportunity? Okay, so breaking it down a little further, what we've got is a suite of digital products. Now, every single person that has an internet connection would use something we have, whether it's an email, whether it's a social media platform, whether it's a trimming tool or a tracking tool or a video conferencing tool to be able to talk to their family, friends and family. But also there's a lot more coming, and these could be for businesses. So there's an O-Desk, which is good for businesses, an O-Staff, which is good for businesses, and all of these things. But as individuals, we wouldn't use them. But what we do is we buy them in order to put them in our shop for the company to then sell them on our behalf. So actually, we as you quite rightly pointed out, we've got very little to do. Most of the heavy lifting has been done for us. So why has he done it this way, Collins? Why is there such a difference between this and the standard practice for business?
So when we look at it, Andy, the standard practice, you know, the way the world is running now, they cannot give you anything for nothing. Say, there was a time I sat back and I was looking at this AI stuff. You know, people were talking about AI will take this, AI will take that. And they make an advert, but I know this was really, really fake one. Said AI will come into United Kingdom and the government will be paying everyone. You don't need to go to works because AI will be doing all of this. And, you know, when I look at it, I said, it is with the current economic atmosphere, nobody will pay you for doing nothing. You know, most organizations will say, yes, bring AI so we can just make everyone redundant, let the machine work for us and we can save our money because the world is greedy. You know, those who own the business will take advantage. Nobody wants to spend. So why should I hire somebody? Why should I use machine to do all the job and someone sitting somewhere? Then I can just decide to give you salary for nothing. It will never happen. You know, so you must do something to earn something. So now let's look at OnPassive, the model, and which will come down and we'll see analyze the reason why Mr. Ash Mofara go with this model. Now we're talking about building everything automated, so machine can do the work. You know, most of it, machine can collect this, do that, automated system. You know, people can buy the product, use it, you know. For instance, like video conferencing platform, meetings will use it. Most of those other companies will use it. But now the system now is being automated by OnPassive, where we, the founding member and affiliate, can just sit back and relax without doing anything, giving you that freedom, because the idea is about time and financial freedom. And that's why the last principle is about, so we'll be able to go out and do good. If you don't have the freedom, you will never have the time. If your pocket is not full, you will never have the time. But now let's look at pay less before we come now with the ability. We come earn more. Because we talk about, we are not doing anything. Now, let's look at pay less. How much did we pay to come into OnPassive?
That's the beauty of it. We didn't really, did we? Because it got credited back to us.
Yes.
So
we virtually pay nothing. Yes, we understand that some other countries, they will tell, oh, you know what, $100 or $200, because if I put it in total, like to purchase the product, it's $240. They give us 1 month free. So $97 plus 133 is $240. You know, if I bring down $240 to CFA, so 50 is 100, and so it will be 110, 120,000. Somebody in Cameroon can sit one night and drink in a bar, 120,000 one night, gone. So just to tell you that it is not, yes, it is virtually nothing. You cannot even set a business with 120,000 francs CFA. You cannot run a business. Okay, now just imagine, let's say for you to enter, those who said, oh, they're doing Forex. Forex, I've traded before. The least platform you can go into costs you £250 for you to trade into Forex. And if you sit within 1 hour or 1 day, say give yourself, you will not make up to £10. You can't. You can easily lose that 250 one second like that. Or the highest you can make a night, oh goodness, I've just traded, you make about £10 or £9 or this, nothing, because the money cannot give you. And if you want to earn more, you must add more. So the 200 is the limit you can go in. So you put 1,000 and then you can increase your trading amount. You expose 500 pounds. Then now the dip can go. And what if the trade volume drop and then your 500 is gone? 1 second. I've been there and I know what is happening. But we are talking about a company that allows you to pay very, very little, under 240. That's 240 for 3 months. 3 months, you pay only 240, not per month, with a capacity of what? 10,000. 10,000 capacity. Zoom is 6,500. But Mr. Ashofara gave it, said, come in. And you will never come off your pocket again, because the idea is about come in once, and then you can use your profit now to build your business within OnPassive. And like Andy always said this, and I like it, your shelf will never finish, because you don't need to go and fill it again. It's like people come and take the piece, they use it, but it's still there. And the only thing you do is they take part of your profit, and then you can use your profit again to grow your business within OnPassive. Why making more? Because the more you grow your business, the more your business expand and the more profit you will make. You know, this is the idea of OnPassive. Come in with little, but you can grow your business over time. Your business, our story will be different. So Andy, I'll leave it. You can talk about
and this is where it gets interesting, because everybody has an income goal that they want to achieve. Now, as you said, if you're in Cameroon, the exchange rates are dreadfully different. So $500 could make a hell of a difference to someone in Cameroon or someone in Papua New Guinea. But in America or in the UK or in Europe, for instance, $500 doesn't go that far. Don't get me wrong, it's not to be sniffed at by any stretch of the imagination, but it may not be the goal from one of those areas. And therefore, we all have a goal that we wish to achieve, whether it be 500 or 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 or 10,000 or 25,000. It doesn't matter. You've got that capability. The simple difference is, if you're going to sit and let the company do the work, fine, might take longer. If, however, you want to get up and build your business yourself, because this is a business, this is the business opportunity for me, and my opinion is it's the opportunity of a lifetime, because this is something I've been looking for my entire working life, to find a company that does the bits that I don't know or don't understand how to do. I've got lots of connections at the end of the day, but they're all in that group and they do that job. They don't do all of these other bits. So where do I find these other people that I need? This is where OnPassive comes into play, because they have the expertise. So they've created these amazing products in comparison to what we have out in the marketplace today. And I love the analogy that you use, where a lot of these companies are trying now to implement or add to their products. So they're what you classed as patching, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So when you patch a product, you've got something, it's built. So you've got a 2-story house, and now you're trying to add on top of it. and you're trying to build a skyscraper from a 2-story house. It doesn't work, because sooner or later it's going to collapse. It can't take the weight. Now, what OnPassive has done, and this build up that we've had over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, has been a scenario where, right, this is where we want to get to. This is what we've got to achieve. This is how we've got to do it. We've planned for it. Now let's build it. And that's exactly what they've done. So this foundation that we have, it is a kilometre wide and a kilometre deep. And at the end of the day could reach to the stars. So you can add on to it whatever you like, because the AI is already embedded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And therefore it's different to anything else that's out on the market today. Now, that's one differential. The second differential for me is the fact that this is a private company. It's not a public company. We don't sell stocks and shares of it on the open market. So therefore, we're not beholden to shareholders. We're not beholden to people going, we want more profit, we want more profit. No, this is a company that's been set up in order to help those affiliates that come on board to make a living online. Because let's face it, 97% of those that try and work online fail. And it's mainly because, to be fair, I don't know how to do that bit. And if that bit's the advertising and the marketing bit, I'm kind of scuppered. I've got the best online store you can ever imagine, and it's got loads and loads of products in it. But if I can't sell them because I can't get to the right market, I'm not going to go very far. Or it's the other way around. I'm really good at marketing, but I've got no products, and I've not got my shop sorted out, and I can't build a website, and I don't know how to, So having all of these bits and pieces encompassed and all together then gives you this opportunity. And this is, for me, the most exciting part of it. Now, we've got a few products in the ecosystem right now, but there's more coming, and so much more that we don't know what's going on in the background. And there will be so many products for corporate entities as well as individuals that it starts to get exciting. So we have this possibility or potential customer base today of 5.4 or 5.5 billion odd customers. So everybody on the planet that has an internet connection, they are potential customers to us. Now, whether they buy something or not is irrelevant. They may well use an email system, and they may well use a social media platform. And people want security. In the current climate, every time you look on some of the other social media platform, your privacy laws have changed. Again, they have fake accounts, so you never know who you're talking to. You got people trawling children or cyberbullying. We don't want that. That's nothing to do with what we're all about. So this company has said an end to that. We're going to do it right. And this is, as I said, this is where it gets interesting. So all of us are now seeing what our CEO has put together, and we no longer have to be a jack of all trades. All we have to do is to put a product into our online store, and the company does the rest. Now, as I said, everyone has an income goal that they wish to achieve. So, whether you, like me, write lists, or whether you encourage others through social media or share it to friends, family, my family won't speak to me about it, but that's not the point. They will be in at some point, and that's what I've got a little smile going on in the back of my head going, I can't wait, because everybody that's gone, oh no, I don't like this idea, no, they'll be in, won't they, Collins?
Yeah. Yes, Andy, you've just you said a lot, and it's really beautiful. I just wish everyone is listening to what you're saying, because this is really an amazing topic, where you will never, honestly, when we look at you, there is nowhere on this planet Earth you'll get something like this, a business like this, where you're coming in and you're not doing nothing. You're doing just nothing. As honestly, we are doing nothing. There's nothing anyone can do, because you cannot build the software. All this product we are talking of, none of us can build it. The engineers are there already doing it. the marketing and all of those stuff. They are doing it already, you know. Now, let's look at earning more and how we're going to earn more. I know you've touched that part a little bit, you know. So we're doing less, pay less, and we'll earn more. So the third concept is earning more. So if we look at other business model, yeah, I know that the people already involved in a lot of business model. For you to be able to earn more, you must pay more. There is no way you can, there is no way you will earn more just for what we are. If you look at what we've just put in OnPassive, this amount will never take you anywhere. You have a slow growth like snails. You know, the way snail walk, it can take hundreds of years to get somewhere. But if you want to earn more in most of the businesses, you must put in more. Don't expect to get, say, 50,000, and you said, oh, I'll just put, if I just put £1,000, and then over a couple of years, I'll make 50,000. It will never happen. You must put more to make more. So, but now look at OnPassive. You put little. So it's about growing your business internally. Because with that, say, for instance, we're looking at the customer base of OnPassive. Because the truth is, nobody can come into OnPassive except through the affiliate, founding member affiliate. You know, so OnPassive build their business. Say that we O-Connect, for instance, let's say they take 1 billion. And normally when you look at the market trend of video conferencing platform, it is easy for O-Connect to grab 1 billion customers. Very easy. When you do the math, say 1 billion customers divided by 1 million founders, unique founders. That's a lot of amount without you doing anything. Because remember, O-Connect is not free. It is not free. So these customers, they come in, they buy the product. That's your customer base. They buy it and your customer base is growing because OnPassive is doing all that for you. Over time, you grow and then take, for instance, O-Tracker, come and take 1 billion customers. Or say O-Cademy, come and take 1 billion customers because they are looking at the trend, you know, the profit margin or the share of O-Cademy within 2027, it will be $1 trillion. So when you're looking at, so founders should not confuse, or those who are watching shouldn't confuse, saying we're talking about O-Cademy. We're talking about the market share of online study application. We're talking about all the online study application in the world, like Udemy, Pluralsight, Udacity, all of this, they are all online study application. If you go and search on it on YouTube, you'll see it. But to purchase a cost on that particular online, it's not cheap. For you to complete a module, you spend a lot. And sometimes they give you just certificate of attendance. If you want to do it, you want to go further, you need to go and sit for the exam. And the site or the provider, the exam provider, they will charge you again. You know, but we are talking about O-Cademy coming, give you the opportunity to even have a degree within O-Cademy. Guess what will happen? Within that trillion, say 2027, per capita share volume, you know, of the profit margin will be $1 trillion. What if OnPassive just take just 10% of that? And this 10% goes, the customers goes to the founder because they know they can get certification. So if you just try to open your horizon, just widen your horizon a little bit, you will just see that OnPassive is just too broad for us to understand. It's too massive. And now what we are doing, we've just paid less. And the time will come, and they always said this thing, where you will tell somebody, when I joined OnPassive, it was just $250 for 3 months with O-Connect, and nobody will believe you. Yeah. Nobody, because look at the Apple man who sold his position for what? $800, and that position today worth $100 billion. That's true. Yes. So Andy, I'll give it to you to take it over.
Chris has put a point in here. She doesn't understand how to build a business. So I want to go back and kind of cover this a little bit, just to give you a background. So we know that customers come on board, and whether the company collect those customers or whether we collect those customers, they will fall into your customer base, right? So if you've got 1 million founders, and we've got or early birds, whatever you want to call us, and you've got 4 million customers, that basically means that, or 4 million in total, that basically means that we get 3 customers each. Okay, so each of those 3 customers, if they've purchased O-Connect, we would get a commission from that. And the commission would be 100% of what they pay for the first person. And then the next ones, then we receive 25% of everything that they would have paid. So if they're paying 100, we get 25. If they're paying 200, we get 50, and so on. So and the next person that comes on is still 25, and so on. So if you then got customers that you find that you bring on and they purchase your O-Connect, bearing in mind you've paid for it once, you've had your money back, and now you're in profit because the company has done that for you, and you find another 3 or 4 customers to come direct to you to buy O-Connect from your store, and you get 25%, 25%, and 25%. Now you're in profit, because now not only have you now covered the cost of O-Connect the next time it comes around for payment, but you've also made yourself a profit. And as more products come out, the first thing you want to try and do is to be able to purchase those products so that they also go into your online store, no matter what the cost, if you can. If you can't, that's fine. It doesn't have to be in there straight away, but the sooner you put it in there, the sooner the company can go to work. So now we've got this system where the company is going to create customers, and they are doing marketing and advertising for the company to be able to bring customers in. And we are all of the affiliates that have paid and activated their account are all part of the rotator. Now, as I said, if you want to then boost your business, then the thing you have to do is to share it with others. If you don't understand about it, or you don't understand what it does, then the first port of call is to learn it. But let's compare this with a business. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you want to sell something by the side of the road. You've got to be able to buy the stock to be able to sell it. So it's the transportation cost and everything else for you to get it to that side of the road. Now, if you're online, then you can then take pictures of it and try and sell it online, and then you have to post these things to it and take that cost into consideration as well, or charge the customer to do that, fine. But you've got to work out, if this widget that I'm selling by the side of the street is costing me $10, and the postage for me to send it within an area or a country or a continent is going to cost me $5, okay, I've got to be able to sell that at $20 to make any money. And if I'm able to buy 100 of these things and I'm making $5 each time, I made 500 once I've sold all of them. Yeah. Now, again, it's not always that you're going to sell every single item in your store that are physical. People don't, if you've got 2 or 3 left, they go, ooh, what's wrong with those? Not, I wonder how many he sold to only have 3 left, because that's the human mentality. So if you've got something in your store that people keep downloading, but it never leaves, what's the problem? Now, I haven't had to replenish my stock. I pay for it on a quarterly basis, but the commission that's coming in has covered that cost, so I don't have to worry about it. And as the customer base continues to grow, more and more commission is coming in. That then allows me to add more products into that online shop that OnPassive launched that are paid products. But I can share this with others. I can share the opportunity to say, guys, this is how it works. This is what you do. This is what you need to do. This is how you can do it. Now, there's so many videos online now about the business, about how it works, about what you can do or what you do or don't have to do, about the cost, etc., etc. So the more you learn, the better. Okay. So yes, it is a business. Yes, it will do everything for you if you want it to, but you still have to activate your account. You still have to become an affiliate and sign the non-disclosure agreement. But you don't need premises and you don't need physical stock.
Andy, let me just answer. Is it Kester? You don't.
Krista,
You don't. I think he said so. I think he said. Is it he or she? Sorry, if you are a lady or. So you don't have to sell anything. You don't need to sell. Because I said, do I need to sell to earn? You don't need to sell anything. It is an automated system. I think the question is there. You say, how do I say? Is it guaranteed? None of us can sell digital product. When Andy is talking about sharing, it's just like, okay, someone introduced me to this opportunity, right? I came in, I saw it, and I said, my goodness, this is really beautiful. What if, I cannot keep it to myself? Let me bring my family member. I introduced my brothers and my sisters and all those immediate family. They took it out and share it to others, because it's just like, if I keep it and tomorrow they discover that, my good, you had such an opportunity and you didn't tell us. You know what will happen to you? They will be really, really mad at you. So when Andy is saying this, I said, you can share it with your immediate family, but you don't have to do it. The moment you are sharing it, indirectly, you are building a customer base unknowingly. Ash gave us that opportunity. But when it comes now to the real, job, Miss Ash Mufara will do it for us. We don't need to do it. If you don't have any family member, say you are the only person, you don't need to do anything. But remember, if you don't tell your next door neighbor, someone else will tell that person. And when the person discover that you know the business, or you knew it before and you didn't even share with them, I think that friendship will even split, because they'll say, you know what, you are such a greedy man. But what we are saying here is sharing, because it says sharing is caring. So it's always good to share. But if you don't want to share and you tell them, not like you are selling something to them, no. Say, hey, my friend, I have this good opportunity I'm in. If you want to come in, this is what it is. Go and take a look yourself. It takes 3 minutes for someone to say, yes, I want it, or no, I don't want it. And don't talk it to them, because me, I will never talk about OnPassive to nobody. I don't talk you in, because when I joined OnPassive, nobody talked me in. I read it, I understand it, I jump with everything into OnPassive. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Everybody on this planet can do it, except you don't want to do it. You will not sell anything because the system is automated. None of us can sell. It's just like if I give you Zoom today, or say StreamYard, for you to go and sell, who is your target market? You don't know, because the users are out there. They are vast. We are now in the internet and digital age. The system know, thank God to AI, the system can understand. Computer now, internet age can understand who wants what. Most people don't shop again. They don't go to physical shop. They shop online. Majority of people now.
Oh, he's gone. Oh dear. Okay, so in answer to your question, Krista, no, technically you don't need to sell. Sorry, Collins, you froze for a moment, so I kind of took over. I know you were halfway through a sentence because it was like that. It was
majority of people shop online, so none of us can sell this. They will see it. Those who want it, there are billions and billions of people who want what OnPassive is building. Nobody is selling Google. Like when we go to Google, nobody talk to Google to say, oh, Mr. A here wants this product. They know the day they were building Google as a product, they already know that people will buy it. They'll come for it because it's a search engine. Nobody talked about YouTube. You cannot sell YouTube. You cannot. So OnPassive is coming with digital products. None of us can sell it. OnPassive will do all the hard work for you, and you will just make commission. The only thing you need to do is to own it. You have an online shop built by OnPassive, powered by OnPassive for you. Own the product, and the product will be in your shop, and then OnPassive will drive customers to that side. Mr. Ashmofara is a guru in marketing. He will send customer there for you.
I think, Krista, take this into consideration. I've been a salesman my entire life. Collins is a software engineer. Collins' his customer base is 5 times the size of mine. So someone's been doing it right. Okay. Sorry, I had to bring that up. Right. Peter says, I'm worried that I paid for 4 accounts for O-Connect on the 8th of December 2023, but till this date it's not activated, it's not showing on a subscription in my back office. Right. If that's the case, Peter, please go to the update section in your back office and scroll down until you find the note from Marty, because it explains exactly what you need to do. There is a form you need to complete. But guys, the whole point about this business is you don't have to sell if you don't want to. You can share. That's far easier than trying to sell something. The company will be able to and does provide customers, because the customers are already coming on board, and we've got a number of corporate entities that have already joined us, because many of you will have seen the meetings that were going on in GITEX in Dubai at the tech conference. So everybody is, you know, there are more and more people coming on board. And funnily enough, a lot of those shorts that were put on O-Media every time show people registering. So there's, you know, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people already coming on board now to use the products, and that's the key. And Collins has said, look, if this goes viral, which is expected to do, because our product, the one paid product that we currently have in the ecosystem, and bearing in mind there's going to be lots of others, but one paid product is one income stream. And Collins quite rightly pointed out that for 10,000 attendees with Zoom, it's $6,500 a month. Ours is currently 93 for 3 months. From our point of view, for the founders, but it's 190 for someone new coming on. Now, again, if that's all you had to do to get on board and pay $190 to set your business up, bearing in mind the first customer that comes on board, you get your 190 back. Where's the risk? So, you know, I certainly wouldn't worry about customers coming on board. It's likely that it will go virus very quickly, and when it does, you'll just see the customer base explode.
Yeah.
Okay. Any closing comments then from you?
Yes. Colin? So the last bit, which we didn't trash, we've talked about Edmore, but now the ability, which is the heart of Mr. Ashmofara, the ability to give back. You know, why OnPassive? Why OnPassive? This is the crown of all. Those who have not really understand OnPassive, this is where OnPassive stand. Mr. Ash told us last time, he said, I can give it. All the IT company can build, do the same, what Mr. Ashfra is doing. Give the architecture that will build this software. True, it's true. They are all engineers. They can build it. If Mr. Ash said, I want to give the architecture design of OnPassive, company will build it. But one thing they will never do is to share the wealth, to tell people, come in for this amount. I want to share something with you, so that you can have time and financial freedom. Because if you don't free your time, Andy, in UK, the only thing you can get is 25 hours, 25 days a year as holiday. So if you add plus bank holiday, it goes up to 32, something like that. 32 or 25 days is not enough for someone who wants to go out and do good, because that 25 days for you to rest and so you can go back. But now you are paying less now, because Mr. Ashbara wants you to go and do good. And look at it, you cannot give what you don't have. That's how they build the system. So he knows that after you have filled your tank, you help your community. So you just increase your radius. By the time you know, you are helping maybe a whole nation, from yourself to your immediate family, to your friends, to community, and then that's how it expands. As OnPassive, as your customer base grow, that is what Mr. Amshara is saying, that there is no way you can consume this all alone. Because if it was the idea of putting, money in our pocket so we can go and sleep, I don't think Mr. Amshara would have been OnPassive. No way. He wants to bless you so you can go out and do good. And then so you can help, and it will just grow. And that is the most important part of OnPassive, where people are losing that trick. Why is he giving us the whole ecosystem? Amazon, yes, there's affiliate in Amazon. People will argue that, but they give you only a piece for 40. The cheapest is 15,000 to 40,000 US dollars for you to get a piece, just a little piece of marketplace, no data center, nothing. The rest, forget about it. Mr. Ashe, come, I give you the whole ecosystem, because the idea is to give you that ability for you to go out and do good. And you can grow your business within OnPassive, because sky is not the limit within OnPassive. OnPassive is unlimited, so we must go unlimited. If you cannot go unlimited, it means you are not in OnPassive, because it is real. So Andy, I'll leave it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Collins. That was brilliant. The final comment from me. I just want to say something regarding this system that you just mentioned, because once you reach a point, as you quite rightly pointed out, once you reach a point of, I've got all this money coming in, but I've not got the time to spend it. Now is the time to do something about it for others. So if you had 1 million people that were in that position, and the opportunity with O-Bless will come up very soon, where things like new inventors will be, I've got this new invention, I need some cash in order to be able to bring it forward, it will help humanity, this is how it works, blah, blah, blah. If you had 1 million people making a dollar contribution each month, you've got 1 million a month going to these type of things, an orphanage. So it's not just charity work, but it's also for the good of the community. Like I said, with things like in new inventions, new technologies. And I think that's really interesting to be a part of that opportunity where, once you reach that level, you go, okay, now it's time to help others. I've filled my tank, as Ash has suggested we do. And then you can help hundreds, thousands, even millions of people. And as a group, we can help billions. And that's what I love about this. So thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. We shall be back again next Tuesday. Who knows? We may well have a guest. Apologies that Jeffrey couldn't make it today. I'm sure that you were quite happy to listen to our dulcet tones this evening. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and we shall see you again next Tuesday. See you later, guys.